Hi everyone, and thanks for joining us today on our 8th episode of 3D Printing Thursday. This is Jesse Hallworth, 3D Printing Application Engineer with Markforged Systems, and a common question in the world of 3D printing is, what's the best way to remove my parts from their build platform when they're done printing? Each 3D printer has its own unique workflow, so in today's video, we'll be taking a look at the Markforged composite printers and how you can make the part removal process quick and easy every time. So to get started here, the first tip is something that actually occurs before a part is even printed, and that is to make sure to apply glue to the print bed. While glue does help a bit with the initial layer adhesion, it also acts as a separator between the part and print bed once a job is complete. You can apply glue to the entire print bed like we're doing here, or you can put glue only where a part will be printed. The amount of glue does vary depending on what Markforged material you're using as well. For many of the currently available materials, you will want to simply put down a single thin layer like we've been doing here. And for Onyx ESD and Precise PLA, it is recommended to put down a second layer to help a little more with adhesion. Okay, so once your part is done and ready to be removed, the only item you will usually need is the scraper from your included accessories kit. The most effective way to remove a part with this scraper is to place the print bed directly on the ground and then prop it upright with the outside of one of your legs. You will want to avoid placing the bed into a position where the scraper would have a chance to contact your foot as well. Once your print bed is on the ground, line up the scraper against your part at a shallow angle. Essentially, the scraper blade should be as close to parallel with the print bed surface as possible. Using the scraper at a shallow angle will keep it from gouging into the print bed as you remove your part. The last safety tip here is to make sure that you do not have any other body parts in the path of the scraper. As mentioned just a bit ago, the scraper is sharp, so just like with any other tool, you don't want to have your hand in its path when removing parts. Once you have the print bed and scraper in position, you can easily remove most parts with quick forceful motions, and then sliding the scraper under your geometry if needed. Using firm pressure to initially get the scraper under your part also works here as well. Even for small to medium-sized parts, scraping under corners or other similar features can make part removal much easier. In the case of something like this bracket, scraping under the rounded edges is preferable compared to trying to get the blade under one of the flat sides. And for extremely large parts, don't forget that you can rotate the print bed to loosen up multiple sections. The handle of the scraper itself will eventually be the limiting factor when removing large form factor parts, so loosening individual areas can make this process easier. Glue that has dried for a very long time can also make parts stick to the print bed more, so don't be afraid to apply a bit of warm water to the build plate in order to loosen up the glue before scraping. That being said, submerging and leaving the print bed in a container of water is not the recommended way to go about this, as it could damage the hardware. Now that's all fairly straightforward, but we do also have two software related tips that can help make part removal a lot quicker. Within the Eiger slicer itself, enabling supports allows us to print an entire part on a raft of material that you can see here. Supports are much easier to remove from the print bed even compared to normal Markforged parts, so this could be a good option for parts that you have found hard to remove. And the last tip I have for you today is on the design side of things. If your part function allows, placing fillets or chamfers along the edges that will be directly on the print bed makes it easier for the scraper to slide into the gap. Even for parts with perfect 90-degree corners, this can make part removal much quicker, especially for very large prints. Thanks for joining us for another short episode today. I hope that you can use these tips to more quickly and efficiently remove your 3D prints from their build plate. Feel free to join us for our next episode and to subscribe for more content. Have a great day everyone, and happy printing.